Communication is one of the most important key factors in most successful relationships. Nowadays, most relationships that fail is as a result of toxic communication or lack of proper communication. So for us to have a successful relationship, we must know how to properly communicate with our partners in the relationship. So today in this video, I'll be explaining 5 important ways for you to improve your communication with your partner in the relationship. Before I move to the first point, I want to beg you guys to help me subscribe to my channel, help me like and share my videos. And for all those who have not yet subscribed to my channel or who have subscribed to this channel, I have explained important videos on this channel which you could go and watch them. So the first way to improve your communication in your relationship is listening to each other. When I talk about listening to each other, I'm talking about you facing your partner with all sincerity and honesty. Also putting your thought aside and listening to what your partner is explaining, especially if they are trying to talk about what happened and how it's affecting them in the relationship. Listening to your partner do not mean that you should keep quiet and listen to what they are saying. After they are done talking or after they are done explaining what happened, you put their feelings, their thoughts and their words aside and start explaining yours without trying to understand your partner or without trying to understand how what happened affects them in the relationship. But listening to your partner means that you try to put your partner's feelings into consideration before replying them. If we learn how to listen to our partners and consider their feelings when they have explained what actually happens and how it affects them, it's going to help us to improve our communication in our relationship. The second way is find a common ground. Find a common ground is one of the best ways to improve communication in your relationship and also one of the ways for a healthy relationship, especially for those who want a long-term relationship. Finding a common ground means that you and your partner compromise each other, especially in cases where you guys have different beliefs and different understanding on a particular topic or an issue in the relationship. It means you sincerely apologize to your partner or sincerely apologize to each other, especially if one of the partners is talking about a wrong you did in the relationship. When you guys finally find a common ground with each other in the relationship, you guys will avoid using silent treatment, but rather understand each other and not defeat each other. Before I go to the third point, I want to beg you guys to help me subscribe, like, and share my videos. So the third way to improve communication in our relationship is always ask for clarification. If our partners acted in a certain way or said a certain words that we do not fully understand, we should always ask our partners for clarification. And when asking our partners for clarification about a certain word or a certain action which we did not understand, we should always be specific about what we did not understand, rather than second guessing or just jumping into conclusion about what our partner said. Most of the times we kill our communication in our relationship because we go on in our relationship second guessing or jumping into conclusion about our partner's actions or words. And if we want to improve our communication in our relationships, we should always ask our partners for clarification because it helps us to understand them more and it helps to improve communication in our relationships. Be accountable and responsible of your actions. When our partners start complaining or talking about our actions or words that hurt them in the relationship, instead for us to accept the fact that we played a role in hurting them, we instead start blaming our partners or start giving excuses about the reason why we acted in that way, which obviously hurt our partners. These are one of the things that kills communication in most relationships. But since we want to improve or want to learn on how to improve our communication, we should always do our best to accept the fact that we played a role in irritating or hurting our partners in the relationship. If we accept the fact that we played a role, it's going to really help us to improve our communication between us and our partners in the relationship. Before I move to the last point on how to improve communication in our relationship, I want to thank everyone who was able to watch this video till the end, and I want to beg you guys to continue to support me by subscribing, like and sharing my videos. So the last point or the fifth point is communicate respectfully to your partner. This is one of the best ways to improve communication in our relationship. If we learn how to communicate respectfully to our partners in the relationship, it's going to help us to avoid turning every misunderstanding to an argument, worse still to a huge argument that may lead to violence or name calling. Most of the times when our partners bring up major issues that may have hurt them in the relationship, instead for us to sort out the problem between us and our partners, we start bringing up minor issues. Most of these minor issues are past problems in the relationship. So for us to really properly communicate with respect to our partners, we should do our best to bring up these issues as respectfully as we can, so as to avoid conflict between us and our partners, and as such is going to improve the communication between us and our partners in the relationship.